to saying that they still didn't receive the money. So they want us to check the account if it came back.
All right, so we're live.
Hey, I can't talk right now. I'm live. Literally just went live. All right, love you. Now my wife is mad at me because I'm live.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Hey, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Today's a special live, and you'll find out why in a minute.
Very special.
It's very
Because we're all together. That's what makes it special.
That as well. That as well. So what's going on today, John?
All right.
So just so you guys know, this is Mike from Zanaqua. The guy not paying attention over there is Fejai from Stingray Biology.
Business as usual.
The guy over here putting all the show together is John. Right, John?
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't have a camera on John yet, but we will in the future.
Yep.
And I'm Rod from Pet Toy Fins.
All right.
If you guys have any questions related to fish, life, dogs, women, we can try to help.
Even women too? Okay.
I'm pretty good at that,
I didn't
too.
know we were going that right.
This is a lifestyle podcast.
Yeah, lifestyle.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Let's see who's in the chat today.
All right, let me angle my chair a little bit so I can
Rod,
see.
can I blow it up? I don't know where you're trying to blow it up, bro, but just be careful with it. Hank Barnes, what's up, brother?
I'm coming down for the next show.
Come through.
He's the one with the crocodile, right?
Yeah.
With the alligator.
He doesn't
He
work.
texted me. He texted me when we were getting the raise. I totally forgot to text him back.
He doesn't work too far away from here, right? He said
No.
he works in the city or something.
Who, Tank Barnes?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got one here in New York.
I went to his house to pick up fish before. He gave us 2 Arapimas, Phantoms, and he switched that tank and put Crocs in it. Dude, crazy.
Really?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of crocs, wasn't there a crocodile that they found in the Hudson River?
Yeah, there was. We were going to
No,
talk about
alligator.
that today. An
Alligator.
alligator. Yeah. We were going to pull that
It was
up
so
and talk about
skinny,
it.
dude.
Really? I hope that wasn't you, Tank Barnes.
All right. Awesome.
Okay, there's a good question right there. Cantro Davis.
You open that can.
Stingray Biology is going to answer that for you. Oh, where did he go? Where did he go?
Oh,
great.
Says
Thank
my
you.
woman doesn't work, and I have to pay all the bills.
should I scroll up?
Yeah, let me see.
I think we're both in that
There you go.
situation, right?
My my woman doesn't work, makes me pay all the bills. What should I do? Okay, if you started the relationship like that, that's it. There's nothing you can do after that. But at the beginning of the relationship, if you put your hand down and said, hey, listen, like let's say Kevin is my girl, and we go out to dinner,
I don't like where this is going.
and like the server brings the check, you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I got it. I'm gonna look at her first. I'm gonna make
Okay.
eye contact with you,
I'm gonna
and
bat
I'm
my
gonna see what
eyelashes.
you're gonna do. If you don't even make an attempt, I already know what you're all about. You know,
Really? And what's that?
You're gonna expect me to pay for everything.
Okay.
In my whole life, I never done that. I think you should all be 50-50. I actually had a girlfriend one time, and she got mad at me because I never gave her any gifts. And my reply was, you're not my wife. And that was the end of it.
So they only deserve gifts when they become your wife.
No, but like, don't just ask for gifts. Like, you know, when I feel like I'll do it, you know?
True.
But don't be like, oh, you never gave me anything. And I was like, well, you're not my wife.
So she was just expecting gifts out of thin air. Like, it
Right,
wasn't for
a lot
any
of guys do
holiday
that.
or anything like
you know,
that.
a lot of guys do that. They,
Yeah.
they like to make them happy, giving them stuff and things like that. But I think like it should be earned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, here's a purse, or here's this, here's that, because now they're gonna expect that forever.
Right.
Vice
yeah.
versa, too, guys or girls. You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
Kind of like saying I love you all the time and then not saying it.
yeah. Well, you know, I only say love you to Lisa. You know,
Okay.
I do it to you sometimes just to get your reaction.
I
That's
think
it.
it was just like an automated response.
Yeah, it is.
Got to stay on good terms with the business.
Yeah, it's already there. You know.
Awesome.
Oh, Way's calling.
Uh-oh.
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 That's the big boss.
Hey, Way, we're on the live, bro. I put you on the speaker.
What?
We're doing the podcast live. I'm live right now. I got you on the speaker.
No.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be.
I sent you the posters.
Oh, okay. I'll actually thank you, Way. I'll give you a call when we're done.
I didn't fix the second poster yet, so it may change a little bit.
All right, no problem. I'll post it on the screen so everybody can see it. Thanks, buddy. So we actually got a lot of new merch coming up. And on top of the merch, we got stickers, we got hats, we got shirts, we got jackets like this. This is actually, I don't know if you, am I on frame?
It's your belly now.
What?
It's your stomach. It's your stomach.
dip down
on
a
the
little
screen
bit.
now.
There we go.
All right,
Oh,
you got
okay.
the logo in the front. You got the predatory fins in the back.
Now you can twerk.
Dude, this is a different type of live, okay?
Okay.
$19.99. I'll twerk for that.
There you go. You guys heard it. $20 and Rodrigo will twerk for you.
One time somebody gave me $100 to do push-ups on a live.
Okay.
That was crazy.
$100.
But Robert Erico, pure character, looking at himself in the mirror, saying, "Thanks for being you," with your hearts popping out of his
That's
eye.
an automated response, right? Because we got that last week also.
Is
Wait,
it? Unless it's
It's
the
the
same.
exact same words.
So yeah, it might be.
What is it?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Is it like a ranking?
I don't even know what that is. What is he trying to say? What are you trying to say? Pure character looking at himself in the mirror, saying, "Thanks for being you," with hearts popping out of his
Is
eye.
it an emoji?
It's like some Looney Tunes.
Maybe that's an emoji, but it doesn't come through.
I'm so confused.
I highly doubt an emoji would type itself.
When do you boys get burned?
Burned?
Oh, when does my boy? Wait, what? When does my son
gets
get born?
I think he's talking. Is he talking about
Our age?
your new kid?
When
No,
is
or
your when is your
Lisa.
new kid born? When are they gonna be born?
April, beginning of April.
Cool.
I can't wait, dude. I need my wife back. Like, I really need her back.
Who?
Lisa.
Oh. Because she's sick or because she's
No,
pregnant?
because she's pregnant.
Okay.
So we're talking about merch, right? So we have shirts, we have stickers, we have hats. We're actually gonna come up with a line of shoes. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff coming up. But
Yep.
I gave John the shirts. Can you put them up on the screen? You or
Yeah,
no,
give
John?
me a minute. I'll pull it up.
And then I'm gonna send you some posters. So the posters we're gonna work on. What I want to do is the funds for the posters is gonna go towards building the exhibit. Right? That's what we discussed, Fejai. Pay attention when I'm talking, bro.
Okay, no, I was just reading that question for Kevin. But go ahead. That's okay.
Right? So
we'll
we're
get to
the
it.
posters. We're gonna use the posters and build the exhibit. The money for the posters will help build the exhibit. The exhibit would be for like rescue animals, rescue fish, or like if there's a one of a kind that we want to have it and display it for everybody else. You know, we really want to start looking into things like that. And I think the posters, it's something different because we can ship all over the world.
Yeah. I agree.
After everything I
good
said,
idea.
that's all you said.
Well, if you said everything, there's nothing left
I'm
to
here
say.
for 30 minutes, speaking my heart out. He goes, "Yeah, I agree."
That's why you're the man.
I'm gonna speak last this podcast, guys. It's gonna be you two more.
Then there'll be
Well-
a quiet
Oh, it's a
podcast.
live action.
So that's to make the exhibit and also the monster fish, the big monster fish tank. You want
Right. Yeah, I want to have that area set up for people to be able to enjoy. You know, whether it's kids, adults, school field trips, birthday parties. But the thing is, if you can make it like right now, so a lot of people want us to rescue fish. We don't have space anymore. We're out of space. So basically, what I do is I get them in and I ship them out because we don't have anywhere to put them.
Yeah.
So I'd love to have those tanks ready so we can rescue fish. Now that shirt right there, dude. What
looks
do you
sick.
prefer, the black or the white?
I like the white.
I like the black.
I like the white one better.
Honestly, yeah, I think. I mean, the black seems to have more contrast.
So
I think I would pick
It
the
pops
white.
a little
though.
bit more in my eyes.
So,
Yeah.
guys, that's going to be available on the website probably tomorrow. Hopefully, Fejai will start working really hard and put them up on the website.
Yep.
So, I also want to take a percentage of the sales of the shirts and put towards the exhibit. Now, the guy that designed this for me is the same guy that painted the mural in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, same exact guy.
That's sick.
And I reached out to him and I said, "Man, look, I lost my arapimas, and they mean the world to me. So I need an arapaima going through New York City, and you can see the city in the back." I just talked to him over the phone. I said, "So can you do that?" And he did all that from scratch, like by hand on a little iPad thing, like how they do NFT designs.
Yep.
And he came up with that.
That's
That's
sick.
that's sick.
Let's pull up the other one. Want to show them?
Yep.
All right, let's see.
That's one of my favorites right there. I was actually wearing that shirt yesterday.
And then we got this guy over here. Let's see if you guys can see that.
So that's another one of my favorites. It's not new, but it sold so well last time that we decided to put the line back up. This one, in the back says pirarara, which is red-tailed catfish in Portuguese, and it says monster of the river, Brazil, and that's a red-tailed catfish. I love that design. I think this is an artist that I have in Brazil
Let me see if I can.
that he does these for us.
That is good.
And on the top there, if you go, can you go up a little bit, John?
Let me see. Oh,
See right on
like
the
by the neck.
Yeah, on the neck. That's our logo right there. Predatory fins on the neck,
Sick.
which is pretty cool. And then on the back, you have this collection right here. This is a Wild Amazon collection. That's what it says on it, right?
Yeah.
That's sick.
So I think these shirts are really great. We pay more. We actually took a day and went to this guy's place and we chose the right shirt. We chose everything because I don't want to like. I hate the shirts. They're like, you know, you wash and they feel like crap. I
Yeah.
want something
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna last and you feel like, all right, this was worth the money I pay. Now that one is like, I think probably my favorite.
This one is sick.
Those are the two
gray and
Arapimas.
white.
Yep, and you got the scales on top, scales on the bottom, the name, and we have that in gray, and we have the other one. Ready?
Yeah, yep.
Check
the other
this
one. That's boom. It's gonna be nice.
Let's
See
see.
the other one. This is my first time seeing him too. I haven't seen
Right?
him yet.
Look at that.
Yeah, that I like that one better.
Let's just get this one out of the screen. Wow, that's insane. The color is unbelievable.
So
Yep.
everyone's seeing this as we see it too, right?
It's like an X-ray, right, of the Arapimas.
That's awesome.
That is
that's
really cool.
So those are going to be up on the website, and like I said, a percentage of the funds for all these merch that we're going to be selling is going to go through the exhibit. So if you guys want to help us with the exhibit, we also want to do different things where people can donate towards it, and we can put a little plaque with the name and, you know, names of the wall. We're going to come up with more stuff. We're going to start focusing more on the exhibit of predatory fins and come up with something different. Right now, we do a lot of work in the back of the building because we're working on online sales and import, export, wholesale, and things like that. But we definitely want to start paying more attention to it. Right, Vijay? Is that something that's in your heart, like burning?
No.
Set up a giant thing.
It's always burning in my heart, bro. Like,
He's
I
like,
need.
no, I want to sell fish.
You don't understand. I need the big tank. Like, it's something that I need.
I have some ideas that I thought of that might work out cool with setting up the tank. Like, you know, if people want to donate, you know, you could do the T-shirts, but then you could also do something like what you were saying with the plaque. Like, if someone donates a certain amount, you get your name on a plaque once it's done. And then you could even do like a crazy one where if someone wants to donate like $1,000 or like $2,000, you could like dedicate a fish to them in the tank, and
Yeah.
they get to name it or something.
We're also going to do tours, so we can do private tours and things like that. Once we're all ready, it's going to be, I want to make this like really nice, you know, not, that's why we combine our facilities. You know what I mean? Otherwise,
yeah.
like even when he was like, oh, let's go to New York, let's do something small, just travel, enjoy the world. I'm like, look, I want to do something big. I want to leave like a legacy behind, not just like, oh, I had a fish store. You know, I don't even want a fish store.
Yeah. And the only place here on Long Island that's like that is the Long Island Aquarium, which they're really cool, but they're like far out of the way out east, and they're hard to get to. And it's not like a huge place, and they're just an aquarium, and they have a lot of saltwater stuff. So to have something like this closer to the city, you know, and have all the exhibits, and also somewhere that people could buy fish and like people who are enthusiasts.
Yeah, but it's hard to say because I don't want to like just an aquarium. I want an experience. You know what I mean? I want people to be able to come here and be like, I never seen this. I'll never see this again. You know what I mean? And enjoy and interact with the animals. This is different than reptiles. Like we went to Brian Barczyk. We're holding this stuff. It's so cool. This is going to be different. You will not be able to hold them, but like the monster tank, I want people to be able to feed them, right? And enjoy the experience in Florida, for example. Kids used to love it, go crazy with their Arapimas. But we even discussed this. In the future, depending how good this does, we want to open a different facility, I don't know where, and have like something where you could actually go in a cage and dive with them. Now, everybody that's watching right now, right? Just so we see if this is the right approach for the future. Not now, not here. How cool would it be if you guys could actually swim with these fish? How many of you would do it?
I would.
I mean, I definitely would too. That would be insane.
I've done it many times, and I'll do it all over again.
No one has a dive like a dive tank with Amazon like giant monster freshwater fish. It's all sharks and like saltwater and stuff like that, you know.
Yep. I just want to see from everyone watching, like how many of you would actually enjoy, you know, let's say spending 15, 20 minutes underwater with all these monster fish and it's an experience of a lifetime. You know, because even when I went to the Amazon, you don't swim with them. You can't see anything. The water is so dark. You know, so to be able to actually see this 6, 7, 8 foot monster like right there in front of you, it's like amazing.
That would be awesome.
So see, there's a lot of comments.
Yeah.
I think that would be an experience for sure. Like I would, if somebody had that, I would 1,000% pay for let Ryan do it.
Yeah.
You know, so he could experience that, and for myself as well.
Like if you had.
So, guys,
Who is
real
it?
quick,
Hello?
while someone knocks on the door, I think, who is that, Lisa?
Oh, come on in.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay.
It's Faye Jai's birthday today, everybody. Let's go. Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
Happy birthday, dear Faye Jai. Happy birthday to you. That's Faye Jai's gift.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
So this,
Ryan.
Happy 5-0, Fajai. Predatory fans. Not 50, but happy 5-0.
Did you have any idea this was happening?
No, not at all.
This is gonna be one of the posters. We asked you to print out the letter.
Really? Wow.
Rod, dip it down a little bit. Yeah.
That looks amazing.
That's amazing.
Perfect.
That's going up on the wall.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
How does it feel? Half a century,
I
my
didn't even
man.
think about it. You know, I completely forgot. And like I said, I don't really
I didn't
want
even
to
know it was your
remember.
birthday. I was not expecting this.
Yeah,
That's a great surprise. Look at that.
we ran into so many people these last 2 days. Yeah, come on.
I'm not gonna get there with this belly. I don't think anyone.
You guys don't want to be in the live?
All right, come on, Kim. Come here. Come here. You can join me.
Why do they call Kevin Fajai? All right, I'm gonna say this one more
A lot
time,
of people
okay?
ask that.
Guys, remember,
Yeah, come.
we went to China, right? And I heard him and our other partner, Fajai this, Fajai this, Fajai that, Fajai that. Finally, I was like, hey, what is Fajai, bro? It means little fat boy. Right?
Not little fat boy. I guess kinda. It means it's a cute way of saying
We
fat
got the
boy.
whole crew in here.
See? Yeah, it's a cute way to say fat boy. So he's Fei Jai, and the American version we translated to Fei Joe, so I'm Fei Joe. And this is a little Fei Jean.
Little Feijin.
Fei Jean? Look, buddy, look.
Oh, he's got little boogies.
Make a wish, you'll blow out your candles.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened to Oi? She ran away. You want to blow it out?
Hey, Ryan, say something.
No.
Do it together.
Hello.
Make a
Oh, okay.
Say,
We gotta
say
bring
hello.
it a little
hello.
bit closer.
Yeah, I'll move it a little bit for you.
Oh, let the 5 burn away.
Let the 5.
All right. There we
Did you make
go.
a wish at least? Oh, you forgot.
He wished for a giant monster
I
fish
think
tank in
everyone
the new
knows what the
facility.
wish is. I think it's the same wish that we all wish. Right?
To open up this
Get this
place?
place going.
No? Yes.
So who planned this? This was Rodrigo's idea, right? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
That smells delicious.
Dude,
That's
I will
delicious.
put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. I will finish the entire
This-
cake in
this-
one day. I'm
I
telling
was
you.
actually
This smells
thinking
better than the
about that
cake.
a few times from the last time. I was like, I was gonna ask you how to make it.
It's a recipe that my mom, like, when we live in Florida, she used to make it and it would be gone like in a day. And now Lisa's making it. And I'm like, please don't make that cake because I'll eat it all. So, what do you think, Fajai? 50? Big number.
Yeah, it is. Like pretty much half your life is over. And if you don't eat healthy, it's more than half your life that's gone. But yeah, I didn't even think about it today. I know Kathy sent me a message really early this morning saying happy birthday. Yeah. And
Well,
then a couple of people.
I didn't want to
Thank
say
you,
anything.
Kathy.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want you to think we knew.
Served any texts so that we could do it.
But we had a rough day yesterday. And that's
Yeah.
probably why you weren't thinking about it. And we can talk about this in a little bit. Yeah.
So now I know what you were texting. You were texting come in.
Hey.
That's what you were doing,
I
right?
called to make sure you guys were live, so we wouldn't walk in.
Uh-huh.
And you guys were like setting up, and it was like a awkward time.
Sorry, mommy wants steak here. He's going to
Well,
cry.
You guys continue your.
Okay. Then we can go out to dinner.
Where you want to go eat?
Doesn't matter. Where you want to go?
Vijay.
Going to Cancun. That's what Kim said.
You guys are invited. If you guys want to meet us there, let's go. Vijay's paying for the bill.
All right, so this podcast is over. Let's go. I'm hungry.
All right.
I think somebody's going to have to give me a knife. I'm going to take a piece of that now.
Bill Horse said, wow, he's got big. I'll tell you what. We didn't think he was growing. And then this kid he eats a lot of, he likes beans a lot. So I feed him very well.
He likes bees?
Beans.
Oh, beans.
Black
I think you
beans.
said bees, like a bee.
No. He loves black beans, dude. He'll eat like all day long. So instead of like just letting him have snacks, I only give him food, like real food.
Really?
You know, yeah. It's more work, but in the long run, you can tell the difference. You know, he's actually putting on size and weight now.
You know what's pretty good? My aunt made black bean brownies like a month ago.
Sweet or not sweet?
No, they were sweet.
It was sweet. It
was
sounds super bizarre, but it was like this. It was
I would totally
just
try
as
it.
sweet as a regular
Because
brownie, and it was good.
Yeah, because my second cousin, she is like super, super picky. So she found this recipe for black bean brownies, and she loves them because they taste like brownies, very, very similar, but it's got beans in them, you know. So
I would totally try it.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Awesome. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open up a live chat. We're gonna do the same thing that we did last week, but for this one specifically, because we have such limited time, we're gonna open it up to specifically people that have questions about whatever. If they're struggling with something with their aquarium at home, or
On the live?
if they have a specific question related
eat
to
it now?
fish that they need help with and it's
I'll eat 'em.
urgent, send us an email right to this email, predatoryfinspodcast@gmail.com. So one more time, that's predatoryfinspodcast@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or anything that's important, vital, let us know. We'd be happy to help you guys out. I'm going to drop it down in the chat below too.
why don't you?
Give me Ryan, babe. Give me Ryan.
Ryan wants a piece of cake.
Come on, buddy. Come here, buddy.
Thank you.
We got a little sidetracked, but this was amazing.
Do water change, girls. Come here, Brian.
Let me try some of this famous.
That's
cake.
what it's about, though. We're just hanging out, we're chilling.
It's actually better the next day. Because then the crust gets really crusty.
I like
Yum,
it.
yum.
Thank you,
Want
sir.
some?
Thank you very
It's
much.
not too sweet. It's like just the right amount of sweetness. That's delicious. Tell us about your crazy 2 days.
Yeah.
All right, so
You hold it.
Oh, this is wild.
when I don't even know when we left.
Left.
What is today? I forgot what's today.
Today's
It's
Thursday.
weird because we left
Today's
like
not.
early
Today's
AM.
Thursday.
You're losing
Okay.
track.
Yummy, right?
Oh, Selena
That's
McCaviar. Hey, from Seattle, Washington. From Selena and Jose, we love your videos. Can't wait to see the monster fish tank. Thank you, Selena. That $20, and we're gonna put it towards the monster tank. And when we're open, you're gonna look at me. You're gonna say, "Hey, I helped this," and we're gonna give you a tour of the place. I promise. But what was it? Tuesday, right? We left on Tuesday or Wednesday morning.
I think it was Tuesday, like early AM.
So what we had to do? Let me eat this
No,
real quick.
Monday AM.
That's how you know
right?
it was a messed up trip when you don't even know a day or two ago if you left.
No.
Because we didn't get enough sleep the day before, during.
Anyways,
nothing.
I slept for about 3 hours, and then we got an Uber, went to the airport because we had to fly to Michigan to pick up the rest of Kevin's Stingrays. So Kevin is very prepared. He made a box with all the bags that he needed to pack the Stingrays. He packs rubber bands, tape, everything. Everything was in that box. We checked in, right? Got on the plane, and he said, "How screwed up would it be if that box doesn't show up?" I said, "Why you jinxing, bro? Because last time I did that." Okay. As soon as we arrive into Seattle, turbulence. And I'm okay with flying, but dude, I hate turbulence. When the planes, I didn't know where to look. You look forward, everybody's like this. You look at the window. You don't want to look out the window at that point. And he was just like this. Like just not even, and I'm sweating. My hands are literally dripping sweat. Finally, we land. We go to security. We get out of the area over there. And then we went to pick up the box because we checked in the box. Well, all the luggages come out. The box doesn't come out. So now we're like, oh, come on, it's starting again. So then we go to this room where it says, odd luggage, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not here. So we go to the office, the manager.
The baggage services.
No, it's not here. And then I'm surprised Fajai didn't lose his cool. Because at that point, I would be going nuts. And he's like, look, we came here just for the day. This is very important. I need everything that's in that box. I need that box. How can you lose a box? So they looked everywhere. They had a bunch of people looking for it. So we're sitting there for 2 hours. Nothing. So he started going, we're going to have to buy trash bags. I'm like, dude, these are one of your most valuable stingrays. We're going to ship them with trash bags. But we didn't have an option because the flight back was already booked. And it's very hard to get that much weight, right? For them to book that much weight at once. So it was already booked. Everything was ready to go.
Well,
so
a lot of things were already all like lined up, and it had to all work. Because if it didn't, we had shipments coming. Like there was no changing the plan. It was either it would work, or it won't work at all. Like we would have to go home because we had shipments coming also.
So because this is a very honest and open live podcast, or whatever you want to call it, Fajai goes, oh, this is really stressing me out. I have to go to the bathroom. So he's in the bathroom for about 20 minutes. And then he comes out, and we get a cab. And we were going to U-Haul to get the truck so we can go pick up the race. And as the cab is leaving, we got a phone call. Hey, we found your box. So we turn around. We were still in the airport, so we turn around, went and got the box. And he goes, man, good thing I went to the bathroom for 20 minutes, because otherwise we'll be 20 minutes out.
The lady at the counter said, it's here. And from her experience, she knows once you guys leave, it's going to turn up.
Yep.
So we hung out and we waited because I didn't want to go out and come back and whatever. And that breakfast burrito hit, you know. So that was that.
Remind me if I forget anything. Mm-hmm. We got the U-Haul, and then we went to hang out with Brian Barchak.
You want to go?
We spent the day there. Really nice place. If you guys don't know who he is, check him out. He's got a really nice reptile facility.
Mike.
And a really nice, big YouTube channel as well. So we hung out with him. The next day, we went to, Tim is the guy that was holding the stingrays. We went to his house to pick up the stingrays. And there was a snow, not a really storm, but there was a snow scheduled for 12 o'clock. It was going to start snowing.
It was just Murphy's Law. If it can go bad, it's going to go bad. And we were checking the weather the whole week, even before going, trying to pick the right day. And I saw that snow was supposed to come, bad weather was supposed to come. I think it was that Thursday or whatever it was. And then it rolled in a little bit earlier. And then it was only supposed to be light in the morning and turned to rain as we got to the airport. It was like we were literally just trying to beat the storm by minutes, you know?
So we get to his house. Right away, we start, filming and trying to figure out what we're going to do. All the stingrays are in the basement. So then we analyze the situation. And then as we're going up, Tim is in front of us, and he looks, the door was open. And these are the words that come out of his mouth. I'm not going to say the F word, but my dog is gone. Because Fajay left the door open.
Oh, no, don't blame it on me.
Yes.
We were so busy involved with filming.
I know, but you're behind me, and we didn't know there was dogs. So the door was open. So we're like, holy crap. And then we walk outside, and it's like, what do you call that area? There's nobody
it's just
around.
wide open. It's like country.
Yeah. So then I see the dog all the way down in the middle of the street, and there's a car coming. And we're like, no. And we're waving to the car. And finally she stopped. And then we called the dog, and she came running. She stepped on a puddle, jumped on my shirt, remember?
Yep.
It got all wet.
Yeah. So we got the dog back. Great. All right. Now at least, we didn't spend a lot of time on that. Then we went to pack the stingrays. We packed them all up, brought up the stairs. I brought up the stairs with Tim. Fajai didn't even sweat.
That was the whole plan. That's why.
Right. That's why I went to this trip.
My back always hurts before.
Mm-hmm. My back's going to start
Once
hurting
you
right
say
now.
something heavy. Okay.
It hurts before I even lift it.
Yeah. So then we got back on the U-Haul. Now we have on the whole U-Haul truck, and we have 2 hours to drive back, right, into Detroit airport. and it starts snowing, and the truck is slipping because there's water in the back. So like, driving through the snow, it just swings.
Yeah.
And every time a semi goes by, holy crap, dude, that whole truck goes sideways. So I'm driving. I have a lot of experience in driving trucks and, things with water and things like that. I asked Fajai if you want to drive. He says, hell no. So I kept driving.
Smart.
And then we got to the Delta, and they took the shipment in. But we had to, we would say an hour, labeling each box. It was something crazy that we never had to do before. But they took the shipment in. We went from Delta, dropped off the U-Haul, and then we took an Uber back to the airport. Now, this is where things get funny. Fajai goes, I don't want to jinx it again, but what if he doesn't make the flight? Now, the stress of all this is the Stingrays are already packed. It's cold, right? They have heat packs on, but it's cold. And we have to be back here in New York by a certain time because they close at 12 o'clock. If that plane lands after that, or even close to that, we're not getting them until the next morning. And it's a higher chance of animals being dead.
Basically, pretty much guarantee you're losing some stingrays.
Right. I mean, because, if they toss the box, which, next thing I know, I lost my ticket, so I was getting a new ticket, and I see Fajai like this on the window. Literally just watching them load the plane because you want to make sure the boxes were in there.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you see them just grabbing and go, voop, voop. And then one of them turned the box upside down to look for a label and scan it. And we're like, oh, my God, at least it's a short flight, Even if they poke, we're good. Nothing's going to happen. We're good. We watch them. We count every single box, 22 boxes. We count one by one. And he goes, all right, now hurry up and let's sit down to see if they're going to pull a box back out, because now something's wrong. We can't leave without that box. So we get in the plane. We sit. They take the car away. We didn't see them take any boxes. We're like, we're good. We're high five, kiss and shit. And then we were about to take off, and the pilot goes on. The voice of the pilot goes on. He's like, hey, due to bad weather, we might not be able to fly today. Oh my God, dude. Oh, at that point, this was his reaction, right? Anybody else would be like, this was his reaction. What are you gonna do?
The anxiety.
There's nothing that you can do. It's out of our hands, and we knew that we planned everything pretty much down to the wire. It was the last flight of the day too. We're on this flight. At least if the flight doesn't go, we're still with the fish.
But we would be screwed because we had no water, we had no extra bag, we had nothing. So if that flight didn't go, we would have been, the animals.
I wasn't concerned that it wouldn't go. They said that
at one point they said that we might have to.
It was freezing rain, and they have to de-ice the plane before you can take off. And the pilot said after they spray the de-icer, you got to wait 30 minutes. So during that 30 minutes of waiting, the freezing rain went from slight to moderate, and then once it hits moderate, their rule is we don't take off anymore because it's dangerous.
So we're sitting for an hour and a half.
So we're doing the math here. If we have to wait 30 minutes to see how the weather changes, and then after it changes, he's like, we have to de-ice again and wait another 30 minutes. Okay, that's an hour. And we only had a 2-hour gap to from the time that arrives to get it. So now it's okay, it's an hour. We still have an hour and just wishful thinking. And he's like, call Delta, make sure our guy picking up, goes in there and talks to the supervisor, and we have to get it tonight. If not, it's going to be all dead. And we told him, no matter what happens, life, death situation, you are not leaving that cargo facility until they say, okay, you can take it tonight.
Cause a scene, fall, do whatever you need to do, but don't leave.
The guy's like, oh, this is my dad's fish. He's on the plane with the fish. We have to get it. He was saying everything that he could possibly say to make sure that
he did it right.
And he did a great job. But then when he was at the Delta counter, the flight hadn't taken off yet. We're still on the ground, and he's already trying to prep, talking to the supervisor. And they're like, it's not on the flight. I'm like, oh my bull. I literally watched it get on the plane. I watched the people load it. I watched them flip it upside down. It's on the plane.
So you should have an idea. To go through this, the amount of stress level that you go through, it's like a wave. When you think it's good, something else hits you. When you think it's good, something else hits you.
and I was so tired that I didn't have the energy to stress it. I wanted to close my eyes and go to sleep. You know?
After all that, I mean, just a day in the life of
So
Toy Fins.
yeah, so finally he's like, all right, we're good to take off. We're leaving soon. This is about an hour and a half later. We start doing our math. We're gonna land maybe 45 minutes before Delta Cargo closes. You know, so there's plenty of time that they can. Usually they take about 2 hours to take the stuff off the plane.
Yeah.
So then, the moment it took off, dude, turbulence from this high sideways. And I hate turbulence, man. I'm not the guy for that. And I'm literally like, boo, 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 and I'm watching everybody's heads in front of me, and they're like, there. So I don't know if I look forward or if I look out the window. Out the window, you can't see anything. You just see clouds. Everything's cloudy, and you see that little light. So I'm like, man. And then, you know, the plane drops and my hands go up. And this one
I'm
here started
laughing.
just laughing.
Because I know that the whole hour on the ground, he's already like building this scenario in his head.
Yep.
His hands are already sweaty. Oh my God, ice on the wings.
Yep.
Everything that could go wrong was already going wrong in his head. So
But
I
you
was
even
kinda
said that
enjoying
when
it.
we landed there, it was scary.
The landing, okay, so when we're in the air and there's turbulence, it doesn't bother me. But when we were landing, I can feel the gusts of the wind
Side to
blowing the
side.
plane.
That's scary.
You know, so when you're thinking the plane has to land both wheels down, right? And a wind just suddenly takes you, it's going to be like very off balance. And literally, I think when we're just like about to touch, the wind pushed this way.
Yeah, it was like
and
the
I
plane
know
was a kind
that
of
the
like
left
this.
side hit first. And in my mind is, oh, that wheel is going to break. And then we're going to like be like,
See, that doesn't scare me because I'm already on the ground. So I'm like, all right, I'll find a way to survive here. But when we're up there and anything happens, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. So I just started praying. I was like praying. I'm like, I promise I'll be a good guy and all this. Please just get me home, man. I can't. This is crazy. So I actually cursed at the pilot after we left. Remember?
after we left.
Yeah, when we're leaving, he was next to us.
You
Oh, is
cursed
it?
him out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, thanks, a-hole. I was sweating because of you. And he started laughing. But we got back, right? And they said, all right. They said that they were going to give us the box. The driver said, we're going to get the box. So Kevin and I was like, all right, great. We're going to take an Uber. And then we're going to start doing water changes and getting stuff prepped. We go outside. We get in the Uber. And then what?
You gotta put me on that
Yes,
spot.
bro. Because I don't want to talk bad
I
about
don't even
him.
want to know what happens.
So
How bad? No, first, just go. Make it really bad because yours was really bad.
we open the door, and this aroma comes out like it's been baking in the car, and it's the aroma of BO,
Like,
really
bad.
strong.
Like onion smell. Like
stink.
It's-
No,
it's-
it's like,
it's-
it's like,
Stanky
you
stank.
know when you go to the gym and you don't sweat and you go to the gym again, you sweat, you don't shower, you go to the gym again, you sweat again.
you just have that musk.
Dude,
it's the type of smell that you know if it lands on something, it's gonna stick with you.
it was in the car.
It's like on you, and
God.
I literally sat and I go, God damn, bro, open the window.
he was trying to be polite. He was like, making
No,
a
I
face.
did this. I'm like, open the window, please.
I eventually opened the window, but
And he didn't get the hint.
we didn't want to offend him.
He was just driving with
He-
his
he was all
earplugs
cool.
on. He probably
And-
doesn't even know he smells like that.
And what's worse to me is he had an air freshener in the car, that vanilla smell. So can you imagine vanilla
Vanilla shit.
on top of that smell?
Like-
and it's like your nose doesn't know how to filter it.
See-
it's like smells good, smells bad, smells good, smells.
I didn't
and
even
like,
get the vanilla.
yeah, because
Because I was behind him,
the
so I got the swamp ass with the BO, the whole right here. I opened the window. I was freezing too, but I didn't want to
Sometimes
smell
it's
it.
worse though. Like when you get a really artificial like fake smell mixing with a bad smell.
How do you not know that you stink that bad?
He knows.
I
Like how I didn't do it, but I would have given him a 1 star and be like, hey man, you stink. You know, I didn't want to do that on the review, but
Can you imagine?
Dude, one time in the gym, there was this poor kid that he stunk really bad, and everybody made fun of him, and I felt bad for him, but he stunk to the point that you drop the weights and walk away. And one day I
That
told him,
bad?
yes, really bad, really bad.
Every time?
It would go every day. It would just in the air. And I told him, I pulled him to the side one day. I gave him a spray. I was like, bro, I'm so sorry, dude. You stink really bad. Like, you got to fix this because everybody's making fun of you. And I feel bad for you, but just spray something. And he did. you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to just be another one like, you stinky jerk.
Yeah.
I just had to tell him something.
It's like having
Plus, I
something
didn't want to
in
smell that anymore because I was at the gym every day.
Yeah.
You know.
when somebody has like a poppy seed in their teeth or something like that.
Yeah, and you
know, it's
or
like
a
it's
booger,
like you could
and
either
you're
be
like,
that
"Oh, do I
guy
say
where
it?"
you could either be that guy who could say like, "Yo, you got a poppy seed in your teeth," or you could just like make it a casual conversation. 5 minutes later, you talk shit about that person.
But you know,
Just
like
you got a poppy seed in your teeth.
yeah, but you know, like you know when you walk into someone's house and it kind of like it has that smell. Like, and you're just the person who lives there is just around it so much that they don't even think that their house has like that smell to it. Like my like you know when you go around like an old person's house, it kind of
It just
like
Ben Gay.
when I used to go around
they
my
have a
gra-
specific smell.
they have like a
There's
specific
there's an odor.
smell, but they don't realize it. Like when we used to go to Grandpa's house, it used to smell like salami
Yeah.
and cheese.
I don't know why your grandpa smells like salami, bro.
Every
Every
he was an
house-
old Italian.
Oh.
And,
yeah, always. Like you go to someone's house, they always have a specific odor. Like you know what I mean? You could tell whose house you're in. If
and
you
it's
close
just
your
like
eyes.
that smell, but he never realized it.
Josh said these guys aren't reading the comments. We're talking. We're conversating.
How big does a short body red tail get full size? Short body red tail.
Don't look at me.
Can't be that big, right?
It's hard to say because there's different types of short body, like grading of it.
We had one. There was
There's
like
semi-short. There's like the super
Adult.
short ones, but I would say a really short-bodied fish. If it was full adult, a full adult red tail can get to like what, 4 feet, 5 feet.
in the small pond, but in the big pond, 5, 6.
Well, let's say in a captivity situation, a normal red tail would probably get to like 4 feet, right? So a good short body would probably be like 50% of that. I think that's a good. Just basically compress it down. To
We
like
had one that was like a little bulldog, and eventually passed. Like people say, oh, their intestines or the stomach or the organs are all crushed. No, they can live.
Yeah, they live just fine.
Yeah,
And he
but
go-
is that true?
What's
Oh,
up?
you're gonna say?
No, you're
something?
good. You're good.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I didn't even. People say that like all these weird like body morph fish, they have like decreased lifespans and stuff. But
They say, oh, you should just kill it. Well, do you do that to humans? You know, like just
Yeah.
because somebody is not perfect or what they think society agrees with, like, oh, this is not perfect, so you're gonna kill that person just because he's not the way you think is perfect? No.
what I
So
think
the
about
fish is
is
the same
like,
way.
think about all the fancy goldfish that have been around for hundreds of years. Those are majorly deformed fish compared to like what a wild goldfish would have been 1,000 years ago. But
Well, like bat stingrays. Go ahead. How many people think bat stingrays are cut up to look like that?
Yeah, there are stingrays that are born looking like a Batman kind of symbol, and people call them bat rays. So people who don't really know think that it's man-made, like surgically cut when they're younger. But that's not true. They are actually born that way. It's like somebody having a cleft lip. So it's the disc that doesn't fuse together, and it creates that shape. It's just misinformation, and people just jump the gun and get overexcited to shout animal cruelty. But it's not.
There has been pictures shown online where they're like on the sides, like you can see that somebody cut the sides to make it look like a star and things like that.
No, even that ray, I believe was same thing. It's
Born like
it was
that?
born like that. It was just it didn't develop properly. That's basically it.
We got 2 questions in the chat. Well, first,
Yeah.
Paul Cafaro's in here.
Yo, my son,
What's up, Paul?
What's up, boy?
He's flying out soon. Sounds good.
ooh,
come join the podcast.
I think everyone would love that.
And then, say Kev.
There was a good question about the guy
Is it
said,
safe to swim with stingrays for a cruise. So when you say a cruise, does that mean
I
you're
think
going
they're
out
on
for
vacation,
wild?
like they're gonna scuba
so,
dive,
probably
right?
like Bahamas.
Okay. If it's the saltwater rays,
Don't step on them.
yeah, and I would think that those resorts know whether it's safe to let the people do it. I think there's a type of saltwater ray that doesn't have a stinger, and that's why they allow it.
yeah.
And they're friendly. So if that's the type of stingray you're talking about, I'm pretty sure it's safe because otherwise the resorts wouldn't let you do it.
Well, I also heard that like when they do that, they have them in like an enclosed area, like in the ocean, but so that they could actually like they could clip the stingers.
But he
and
did
the
say a
barbs.
cruise. So
I think because the cruises go to the islands, right?
Oh,
And then
like
you
the
could scuba
Caribbean and
dive.
stuff like
Yeah,
that?
it's like I
Okay.
snorkel. I actually got stung by a jellyfish once. Do you remember that? Were you there? So we were snorkeling in the Norwegian.
Did you remember that? You peed on
Well,
me.
you weren't. You were. I don't even know if you were around me, but we were snorkeling. Remember, we were like
When,
12.
in the Bahamas?
Yeah, 12
You
or
got stung by a
13.
stingray?
I got shocked by something on my chin. You remember my whole chin
Not a
was all
stingray.
flared
He
up
said
and
a
shit?
jellyfish.
So
On a cruise?
we went to the Norwegian private island, and
Is that when we went with Tommy and Vinny?
yeah.
Oh, I probably didn't remember because I got wicked bad sun poisoning on my back, and
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like
you
bedridden
did.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got shocked by like not shocked immediately, but it was something where it was like my whole chin flared up, and it got all red and like shit. Like sorry, I'm cursing. Got
it's
all
okay.
red and stuff. It was really painful for a couple hours after that.
I don't remember that.
Eloy
It sounds
Acosta
bad.
has a question. Can I keep a Giardini arowana in a 180 6x2 foot aquarium? I think it's okay. What do you think, Ron?
180.
Yeah, it's a decent footprint. Arowanas are flexible, and Giardinis don't get as big as like a silver because it doesn't have that long, slender body. It's more of a stocky body.
If you could go bigger, go bigger.
Yeah, you can.
But
But
they only get about what, 2 feet? Like 2.5 feet?
I mean, I think in the wild, anything can get really big.
I
but
never
in
seen
cap-
a
yeah,
genie that big.
I think the
Max
biggest
like
I've
20
ever seen.
inches, I think.
Yeah. So I think it'll be okay.
Daniel, 199. Thank you, Daniel. Can Congo puffers live in hard water?
I think they can. Yeah,
I think
see
a
why
lot
not.
of fish can live in hard and soft. They adjust to it. I see a lot of comments of people saying like, "Oh this fish only does soft water." And da, da, da. I think a lot of fish adjust to it. Even ultims, right? When the exporter has them, if they're just recently wild caught, they won't make it. But if they hold them and they slowly increase the pH, by the time they arrive to us, they're fine. And our pH here is 7.5.
It's just the transition, how well the transition is done. You're gonna take somebody like even people. How do you feel when you go from hot to cold immediately? You know, your body shocks, and the fish, it's the same thing. So you just have to adjust slowly.
There's very few fish that actually need to be within a certain temperature. Well, temperature is more important than pH and hardness.
Yeah.
There's very few fish that actually require that.
What's that question right there? 603 living. How's the power coming along, Fejai? You have to, after all the questions, you guys have to put Fejai at the end of it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Who do you want to answer? And then if I don't want to answer it, I'll pass it on to Rod. The power's coming along. The guys come in like 2-3 times a week, and
You said in March should be ready.
yeah, about another week and a half, 2 weeks.
So then after that, we can probably start building little by little the exhibit.
Big man, 1826. What's the max size for an African arowana? That's you.
Max size tank or fish?
I think fish.
They get big, right? They get pretty big.
I've never.
I never seen one past 30 inches.
An African arowana?
You've even seen one 30 inches?
Yeah, I had one.
Really? In photo? You had one?
I had one in Florida.
My goodness. It must look like a lungfish.
It looks like a small arapaima.
Really?
They get thick though. They get kind of thick, right?
Yeah, but like at 30 inches, it was probably like that. It wasn't like it wasn't crazy because
I
they're
thought they
long.
get like 4 or 5 feet at least.
Maybe in the wild, but not in a pond.
I love African arowanas.
Tank Barnes, Rod and Kevin, your drum filter you guys made. How would it do it on my croc tank? I need a good filter.
Okay. I'll semi take this one.
Go ahead.
The filter would work well in your croc tank, but it's only mechanical filtration. So I got to see the rest of your filtration.
But it's for
and
crocs.
see.
They don't
Yeah,
need
but
biological.
Oh, they don't need it. So it's just to remove the waste and keep it looking
the water
clean.
clean. Yeah.
Yeah, then it should be no problem. And if you want to do something like that, we can definitely figure it out for you.
That in our exhibit, that's how we're gonna do it, right? Because it's
yeah.
minimal work. You don't have to do water changes. It does it for you.
Yeah, it's just that style of filtration is not for everybody. So it really depends on where you're putting it and so forth.
So, stepping away from the chat for a sec,
Okay.
did you guys hear about that American alligator from Prospect Park?
No.
Somebody apparently released an alligator in Prospect Park. So I'll read this. This is actually from.
It's a sad dude.
Yeah, this is from New
happened
York
recently?
Times.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
like
couple,
last
couple
week.
days
Super
ago, last
skinny.
week. An American alligator rescued from Prospect Park Lake on Sunday had swallowed a 4-inch wide bathtub stopper. Is not strong enough for it to be removed right now, the Bronx Zoo said in a statement on Wednesday evening. So it says the alligator, a female, is too weak and unresponsive to eat on its own and is being tube fed, according to the zoo. So alligator's about 5 years old. It's been treating with fluids and all that good stuff, right? But that's crazy, right? Somebody just released an alligator in Prospect Park.
So they released it with the stopper in them, or it ate the stopper after it was released?
I mean, I would assume it probably ate it after, right? Because it was in the lake. Maybe people just threw random stuff in the lake, and maybe it ate one up because it was hungry, right? I don't really know, but it doesn't say specifically. But that's crazy. Can you imagine that?
I thought they weren't allowed in New York.
They're not.
No, they're not.
So
But
somebody,
somebody probably bought it illegally. Because you can go to Pennsylvania, right, and buy anything you want. I think everything's legal there.
okay.
And then it gets too big, they just release it. They don't care about the animal, the environment, nothing. But
But
people
to
do
bring-
that with anything. They do that with cats, with dogs, with kids. You know,
Prospect Park. Why would they release it somewhere that has so many people on a daily basis, children, playing? It's almost like it was malicious.
Yeah. Look at this, actually. I'm going to pull up the picture real quick so you guys can see it.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think you would be surprised at what animals some people have in
So
New
they
York.
probably had it in a bathtub. Sorry, Mike, to cut you off. They probably had it in a bathtub, and he ate the stopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ready, check this out.
I think my dad
guys
had
see
an
it?
alligator.
Oh, you're right. They were keeping it home in their bathtub.
And then they lost the stopper and got rid of the alligator. That's so sad.
Wow, yeah, look at that. Check
And they
that out.
couldn't take it to a vet or anything because they're not supposed to have it. So they
Right.
panicked and just released it.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Dude, talking about unfortunate. I had a moving company in Florida. This is a true story. I was driving the truck. Somebody drove past me on the highway 95, and they just threw a puppy out of the window.
You saw it?
It hit my truck.
No.
It hit my truck. I swear, I'm not even lying. But I'm in the truck. Now I'm pissed because the puppy's dead. It just hit the top of the truck and it's gone. I tried to chase that guy, but I'm driving a moving truck, so I couldn't go. But I think at that point, if I was able to reach him,
fucked
I
up.
probably would have went to jail. Like I 100% would have went to jail.
Dude,
I
I saw
hate
that too.
animal
once.
abuse, bro. Like that stuff like that, it drives me nuts.
I saw once that's fucked up. Not as shouldn't say that, but I saw something similar to that once. It wasn't someone intentionally, throwing a dog out. Although I saw videos online of people doing stuff like that. It's messed up. But at my old job, I remember I opened the front door, and this poodle, I think it was a poodle, with like neon green dyed hair, and like groomed really nice. It looked like a really weird dog. Just looks at me, and I'm looking at it. I'm like trying to figure out what the heck's going on. I'm just like, this dog came out of nowhere. Darts as fast as I've seen a dog run, straight, like probably 300 feet, right into the middle of a really busy intersection. I saw the dog jumps up in the air, smashed by a car, like probably going 50 miles an hour. And obviously the dog was dead immediately on impact. And I don't know if it was a dog, like the owners never came. I don't know what the hell it was. It was the weirdest thing that I've ever experienced. One of the weirdest things, because this friggin' neon green dog just looks at me, darts full dash right into heavy traffic, and just gets smashed and dead right on the spot within a span of like 5 seconds.
That's so wild. Some
But
people
it's
have
the
these animals
driver.
and they just-
It's not his fault. Like you're just driving. Next, it's like a deer jumping in front of you.
Yeah.
Which you
you
got
know.
hit by you right? Didn't a deer run out or something
You got
like
hit
that?
by a deer?
You
I
got hit
almost
by a
deer.
deer.
I almost did once. My mom did here on Long Island. I don't know if you guys know this. There's a ton of deer here on Long Island.
But did you know that if the animal is crossing the road and you stop and somebody comes and hits you,
Oh, it's your fault.
you go to jail. You know what I mean? Because you shouldn't stop. So it's like you're trying to do the right thing, but then because I saw this thing on the news once, like they stopped for ducks, and a car came and hit him, and the people in the car died, and then she got charged with manslaughter because she stopped for the ducks. So what are you supposed to do? Run over the ducks, and then somebody calls you and say, "Oh, they're killing animals over here." It's like you can't win.
It sounds like a weird like technicality that it's just like you happen to be at
Like-
fault.
Like when you see the like I saw one. This is changing for animals to something else. This dad found the guy that kidnapped his daughter and sold her for sex trafficking. And he went after him, found him, and took care of him.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be in jail. He's a hero.
Yeah, it's,
Like-
laws are weird. Like
Yeah,
that.
that's tricky because that's basically somebody taking the law into their own hands.
But he
Right?
should.
So you find him, report him to the authorities. But
But how many missing kids you
he's
see
still
out there?
committing
He
murder.
did.
He's still committing murder.
But on somebody that deserved it.
Understood. But it wasn't like a self-defense situation. He was still on the offensive. He could
He
have
should.
called.
He should got a
Of
medal
course.
for that.
I mean, I don't think he's wrong, but I'm just saying there's still society rules that to follow too, right? It
Look.
doesn't make you any better than what he did to the daughter.
No, but
right?
but if you don't take care of him, he's gonna do it again to somebody else and somebody else, somebody else. I'm the type of person like. Good thing I'm not the president because I would be like this. If you kill somebody, you're gonna die the same exact way.
Eye for an eye, ancient Rome.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you hurt someone, you're gonna get hurt the same exact. Do you see? People think twice before doing something dumb. You know, like abusing kids. Oh, okay. Here, bring out the robot, the big one over there. Bring that robot out. You see their eyes like, and they never do it again.
It's wild. Somebody said if you hit a dog in the UK, you have to stop by law.
If you had a dog,
If you hit a
If you
dog,
hit a
so
dog.
you
I
have
mean, you
to
should
stop.
to see if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
help out.
Well,
I would think it's probably the same here.
yeah.
Now, Lisa just throw me one of the shirts.
That looks better in person.
If
Wow,
you guys
that's
want to
fantastic.
win this shirt, what do they have to do, Fajai? I didn't even think about this. I just want to give a shirt away. For our very first shirt, we're going to give it away. Because they're watching our live, and we just want to show some appreciation. Now, with the shirts, the good thing about them is we can ship worldwide.
yeah.
Nice.
So merch, anywhere in the world, you guys can win this one here, and you can also purchase our merch, and we're going to have it on the website, and you'll be able to find out the shipping costs and everything worldwide.
So if you drop a comment in the chat, you're going to be entered in a chance to win this T-shirt. And we're going to try to do a giveaway as much as we can every week. So if you guys are in the chat, you drop a comment, you're
How
gonna
about
be
this, John?
entered.
How about we ask them right now, like, what do you like the most about predatory fins? And the best answer will get it.
I like that. What's up to you guys? We could do this a bunch
The
of ways.
best answer.
Yeah. Or we can do something like this. The best roast on Kevin and I, or one of us here,
best
will win the
roast.
T-shirt. All right, so the best roast.
Who gets to
Okay.
decide?
All right.
I'm an
The
easy
ch-
target.
If you
I
made
think
me
the
laugh,
chat-
you get that shirt.
That's a good one. If he makes you laugh.
All right, so
Right.
everybody start roasting
One of us
roasting everybody.
All right. There was a couple of
Welcome to
Question.
Predatory. Oh, sorry to cut
go
you
ahead,
off.
go
Welcome to Predatory Fins live chat. Today's topic: neon dogs run over by sex trafficker and lady who breaks for ducks.
But he already made us laugh.
Fajai is haunting also occurs on fish. I don't get that.
I don't know either.
Let's just give a different piece of clothing away every week, just based on different things. Like this week, we'll just do
No.
funniest comment.
Yeah, let's start now. The comment that makes us laugh will get the shirt. Like, we're going to be serious. We weren't thinking about being serious. We're going to be normal. The best comment to make us laugh here, you can roast us, you can do whatever you want. You'll get the Arapaima T-shirt.
It's a good one.
Glass, New York City. I like how passionate you are about the fish and the hobby, and it's not all about the money and how you genuinely care about the animals. That's true. The money, obviously, we need the money to run the business. What?
No, I have these sound effects, so I just heard "aww."
We couldn't even.
I was trying to be all
You guys can
serious.
even hear it. I don't have it set
But
up.
I truly I care more about the money than Dan. I'm like,
Now the truth comes out.
I care more about the animal than the money. Like, and you even know that because a lot of times
do.
we have fish that comes in, and I'm like,
And I'm
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
turn it away.
Yeah, I'm like, keep it. He's like, no, we have to pay bills. We have to sell it. I'm like, God damn it. But
You get the T-shirt now for making us laugh.
I care more about
the
money.
than
Okay. If we can roll back on the comment, there was somebody I wanted to answer. He had a question about his pH, and it looked like he was reaching for some help.
Okay, let me see. Let me scroll up.
AJ looks
$5.99.
like a puffer.
See if we can see it
I
anyway.
didn't
know
laugh.
how
I
far
did
back
not
it
laugh.
Might be a little far back, but let's try to find it. You seeing anything? Oh, right here? That or no?
No.
That's a good one too. How do you get rid of ammonia out of the water?
Right there. Big dog. What can you do when your pH is lower? I guess he's trying to say lower than 4.6 or water.
I don't know why. That's a low pH.
I guess he meant RO water.
Oh, or
No, don't do RO water
okay.
because that will lower even more your pH.
Well, when your pH gets that low, your whole tank is basically all shut down because the pH is so low that the beneficial bacteria for your tank doesn't even live anymore.
Everything's
Too
dead.
acidic.
Yeah. Biologically in your tank, everything's dead, but the fish can still adjust to it over time because that condition happens slowly. And unfortunately, it's like once you do a big water change to try to bring it up, that also shocks the fish and can kill the fish.
But also when the pH is that low, the pH crashes.
Yeah.
Ammonia spikes, right?
There's ammonia in your tank built up. It's just not toxic to the fish when the pH is that low. So you're kind of like really, really stuck there. The key is to not let it get to that situation.
By doing regular water changes.
Yeah, by doing regular water changes, keeping up with your maintenance. It's almost at that point like you have to give up and just start over. But to help prevent that from happening, you can also buffer your water, put some crushed coral in your tank. Some people have very soft water. We have very soft water here too.
So that's one of the secrets we do.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that I told you when we first came here, right? In LA and in Florida, the hardness is high, so it's good buffering capacity. But in New York, because I used to live here, I knew because my tank would always crash like every week, crash, and I had to do a lot of water changes, and it was very difficult. What's going on here?
All right, so we got to spin the wheel right now. So those two comments, out of those two people, what do you think? You want to do a spin the wheel to see who wins? The one with the neon dog, and then what was it? The other one said why I like predatory fins. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Spin the wheel to see who wins.
Why don't we compile them until the end of the stream if there's any more funny ones?
Okay.
I don't remember what the comments were though. But do you want to spin the win to see who win?
One of the welcome to Predatory Fins live chat. Today's topic: neon dogs run over by sex traffickers and lady who breaks for dogs.
That was a funny one.
And the other one, New York City. I like the one money over fish, or whatever. You're like, I like money better. All right, so both your names are on the list. So we're gonna do a spin the wheel at the end. Anybody else? Funny comments. Enter for a chance to win. Or any other comments?
All right. Did you take any like videos and stuff that you want us to like comment on it, or not on this one?
Not on this one. We'll do it on the next one.
We can actually put our own videos so we can roast ourselves.
Yeah.
Because okay, I'll tell you what. Let me start. There's something that you do that it drives me nuts, and I laugh about it like inside because I don't want to do it on camera.
So you're just gonna throw me out there in front of everyone.
And you're gonna ready? Hey guys, this is Kevin from Stingray Biology. You do this a lot.
I talk with my hands.
Yes, but it's always on this motion. It's not like it's always like you're always going like this.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to.
And then you used to do the.
It's better than what's up, guys.
Yo. We used to do the but you got a lot better at that.
But I haven't been filming for a while,
So you're gonna start with the again.
Yeah, it'll happen, and
What is
John
something
will
I do?
learn to cut.
You're gonna have to pay him double.
What is something I do that you think it's funny that you don't say anything about it? You put him in a spot. He can never remember things anymore.
I can't.
It's that 5-0, bro. It's that 5-0.
It is.
Guys, on the next video,
Brain
if
fog.
you could tally up how many times Rod says "beautiful fish," you get you get a T-shirt.
I'm trying to sell the
Okay,
fish.
no, I got it now. You got to watch out when he talks to you and he starts really polite. It's like, oh, I really love what you're doing. And then the big but. So really, he's trying to convey a criticism, but he sugarcoats it with a compliment in the beginning.
Send an example.
So like, no, you do it all the time.
Give me an example.
Okay, let's say if we were going to comment John's editing, something about his editing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say, okay,
I have receipts.
the color's off or something, right?
Uh-huh.
But we're like, John, you know what? Your editing has been really good. I love what you're doing here. I love this. I love that. But the color's a little bit bland. I need you to spice it up a little bit.
That's being nice.
But
I agree.
it's just
I
a
do that
waste.
too.
Why can't we just
this
go
is how
straight?
Kevin goes. Hey man, the color sucks.
That's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'll be like, hey, John, I was watching the last video and I noticed the color's a little bit off. Is there anything we can do to fix that? I'll be like that. I'm not that rude.
Sometimes you poke the tiger.
Okay.
I just like to be like, let me pet the tiger first.
Before he takes your head.
I do that too, though, Rob, because for my day job, I do customer service. So when you have to tell someone off and you have to, tell them the way it is, that's the only way you can really tell them is if you sugarcoat it. You're like, oh, well, everything looks to be good, but, what you're asking, no.
Yeah. They feel bad after that, like, about yelling at you and things like that. Because you're being nice about it. You're not being a jerk,
Yeah.
But I think I know what you mean because it just hit me when we were going to Florida and we were trying to get the cargo, the Stingrays out, and we jumped over to talk to that Southwest lady, and she just shut me down when I said, "Oh, can we get? We don't take it. We don't take cargo. That's it. No asking." Boom. She just like slammed the door in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were aggressive too. You were like, what do you mean you don't take cargo? We ship Southwest all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like, yes, cargo, not here. Goodbye.
That's hysterical.
All right. Any more questions? We're doing this for what?
It's
An hour and 20.
About an
hour?
hour. Yeah,
20 more minutes?
Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes.
Because the girls are just sitting there waiting. I bet they didn't even do any water change.
The cake is gonna be all gone. They didn't even get any.
I just stopped eating for them.
So let's wrap it up with that spin the wheel.
Wait, no, we can do 20 more minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, cool. Let's get it. Somebody said, do you guys believe in other types of monsters other than fish, like Sasquatch?
I do.
Yeah?
Maybe not Sasquatch, but
I believe in ghosts.
After seeing
me
Rod's
too.
back, I believe.
Wait to see my bow. Never mind.
I definitely believe in ghosts, though, 100%.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not ghosts like the way we think of ghosts, but some other, like, fourth dimension or something that...
You want to hear something funny? Like when I come here at night to take care of the dogs, some of the panels on the ceiling are not, they're open. And every time I turn off the light to leave, I always feel like a head pops down to start, watching
Starts
me walk
looking at
away.
you?
Yeah, so I'm always like looking back. Only when I was a kid, when I went downstairs and I had to go up the stairs and you have to shut off the light, but the stairs are like open, behind, I would run super fast because I always thought somebody was going to grab my legs.
Oh, I used to do that too. At our old house, we had a detached garage, but the garage had a second floor to it, and it was connected to our attic. And whenever we'd go in the garage, it was like, it was always so like eerie and weird because it was like unfinished and it was just detached. And every time I'd go up there, I'd shut the light off and I'd sprint out of the house and sprint out of the garage and go back into the house through my yard.
It's normal. Like I think everybody has. Like I've many times because you see me in Florida, I used to work late all the time. Sometimes I'll be doing something and just look up like somebody's staring at me. Like you can sense it,
Yeah.
I think the key is to don't let your imagination get the best of you because then that's like opening the door to going crazy.
That's what happened to me through turbulence.
But what's like what's the term for them for like the like mythical animals or whatever? There's like a name that they call them. I forget, but like Loch Ness Monster, Sasquatch. Do you believe in any of them? Do you think any of them exist? No. I think Megalodon exists.
Yeah, but that's not like a monster.
Didn't
Isn't
they
that-
find
that's
Megalodon
proven.
teeth?
Yeah,
That's
Right?
proven.
Yeah, that's
Well,
proven.
they've existed in the past,
Yes.
but there's debate on
I'm
whether
sure.
they could be alive today.
I'm sure Sasquatch lived in the past.
I think
Possibly.
that's possible. Like if they're trying to say a megalodon might exist, right?
Yeah.
'Cause the ocean's so vast, it doesn't mean you see it.
There could be a couple hundred of them.
Do you guys think mermaids are real? Like
No.
not like Disney mermaid, like maybe some sort of.
I don't know,
fish.
but if I wasn't married, I would love to find one.
Cryptids. That's it. Cryptids.
All right.
Cryptids.
Happy birthday, Kevin. I always wondered, is Kevin from Suriname? How did you guys discover Suriname? What? Are you from Suriname?
I don't know. What makes you think I'm from Suriname?
It's like looking at me and say, hey, Rod, you Chinese? Botanic Aquatics. You guys going to take on any breeding projects? See, I told you, dude, we should do breeding projects.
Yes,
should.
yes. There are projects. It's just we have to be set up and ready for it. And the second part of your question, it would be really cool if you could breed your Peruns or Phantom Red Tails.
That's in the plans.
Yes. So the Peruns is in the plans. We've been conditioning them, feeding them well, and it's just a matter of waiting for it to happen.
Babe, read a comment.
As far as the Phantom Red Tails, Rod told the story last week.
So you have to watch
that
less
the
podcast.
genetics aren't as compatible, so it's hard to breed those. It's more of a random thing.
Kaylee-
Sasquatch are real.
Kaylee Peterson, what should I do if my bass is bullying my fish and I don't want any fish to die? You have to separate them or get a bigger tank or a different tank mates. But otherwise, you won't stop. Tank
Would
barns.
feeding them more? Would feeding the bass more help? Maybe she's
Some
not
bass-
feeding enough.
That could be, but some bass are more like territorial than anything.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Tank Barn says, I want to breed tiger rays. Well, they're arriving.
Manana.
Tomorrow. I don't know who's slower, you or Eddie.
Well,
You've been- I think it's you
I
tired.
froze for a second because I thought we weren't letting that cat out of the bag yet. But
Well, it's tomorrow, so we can let the cat out of the bag. Can rays do good in tap water?
yes. Well,
If
where else would we get the water from, right?
no, but what do they need to do
If
to
we
make the
talking
tap
about
water
If
safe?
you're talking about straight tap water with no conditioning,
No.
no fish would survive, let alone raise. So you have to dechlorinate your water, and then yes, you can use your tap water.
Did somebody already win the T-shirt? No, not yet.
Yeah, so you
what
could
we
still,
said is they can roast us, and whoever makes us laugh the most, we win the T-shirt.
Somebody asked if Kevin is Mexican. Is that what that
No, they ask if he's from Suriname.
another one asked if I was Mexican.
Someone said Mexican.
That-
So you never know.
His last name is Way, not Rodriguez or Ramirez.
Kevin Rodriguez.
Imagine Kevin Ramirez.
Could I be a tiger muskie with a stingray? I'll let you answer that.
I
one.
think she's trying to make us laugh.
Okay.
Is Eddie still leaving? We're working, bro. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, people call.
Go ahead,
me.
answer. Let me hear.
No, I'm not answering. I hardly ever answer my phone.
Eddie is trying to sell his mechanic shop to get out of it and then focus more on here. But so far, he's still going to stay with us.
So somebody buy his shop, then he can stay.
I mean, the mistake here is, and this is something good for you guys to learn from this too, if you're thinking about opening a business. Don't open a business unless you can run that business, right? His problem was he opened a mechanic shop. Look, your brother's tired, bro.
I'm just yawning.
I'm just yawning. He opened a mechanic shop, and he's not a mechanic.
Yeah.
So you're always going to rely on someone else. Now, that someone else was unreliable.
What's up?
I'm sorry, I just read that comment. Do you guys have more catfish than Tinder? Tinder's a dating app where people
We
get
have more catfish than Tinder.
That was a good one.
I'm not on Tinder, so I don't
It's
understand.
like
I'd hope
catfishing
not.
is like when somebody dresses themselves up really nice on social media. They look beautiful, or like somebody totally different. Then you meet them in person. They're
Okay.
just like
And they're ugly.
yeah, they're ugly and a slob. That made me crack up.
Other Dreamtime relaxation. Other than weather, what's the biggest difference between Florida and New York for you guys? Well, for me, because he's from California, he's from New York. I think, I don't know. People, you're gonna find good people, bad people everywhere you go. The weather was the main thing, which you said that. So it's pretty much the same, honestly. You make friends there, you make friends here, but I think the biggest challenge for me is the weather, for sure.
Yeah, New York, because we have a place in Florida too, so we've been down there a lot. And I don't know, from my experience, Florida and New York have like their own, breed of people that live in their own, have their own personalities and everything. Geez, you're a popular guy, Kevin.
It's the same guy. That's the problem. If you don't answer, they keep calling and calling.
But,
See, there it goes again.
So just answer that. Bless you.
No, not.
you know, it's your live stream too. You can step out for a minute if you need to.
Will largemouth bass ever be introduced in the shop? It will.
I would love to do a native tank with largemouth bass and big bluegill and muskies and stuff.
Have you heard of tiger bass?
I might have heard of them before, but I've never. I don't
It's a
think.
cross, I think, between like a largemouth with the Florida largemouth. I don't know, but they call it tiger bass. We can get those. We can get striped bass. We can get a largemouth.
Striped bass, I want to do.
The only problem is we never persuaded that because we didn't have enough tank space. Like we're always doing so many imports. But once we can build more tanks, we want to have different types of fish. Like we got the paddlefish, we got the tiger muskie. So I think America has a lot of really cool fish.
Yeah, super underappreciated. That's like one of my favorite things. I want to set up a big. I've told you guys before. I want to set up a big native, like a prehistoric pond with paddlefish and different sturgeon and stuff.
What is the question? I can't. It's a little. My eyes are
He's
getting
asking,
bad.
do we want to take a?
Oh, just one person. All right, let's just do
what are
one
they-
person.
Do you know what they want?
Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. My name is Enzo, and I'm from France. I want to ask you guys if it's worth to invest my time to breed a specific fish, like the Platosaurus catfish. There's not a lot of information about these fish in his reproduction system. I have 5 adult, and it's very difficult to know the sex of them. This is something for Kevin. I have no clue. I don't even know what those fish are.
No, we can just try to answer it as best as we can here. I mean, I breed stingrays. I try to know as much about fish as possible. But this particular species, the Platosaurus, isn't that the
Look it up.
Raphael cat? I think the Raphael is that
Is it?
that family.
The problem is, like, you spend so much time breeding something, and then if other people can import for a lot cheaper, then you just wasted all your
Well, it
time.
depends what the purpose of breeding. If is there a value to it, or you just want to do it as to achieve something. You know, some people want to breed it just to say that, hey, I bred it. Other people want to try to breed it for monetary purposes. So if
just-
there's a value to
Yeah, I
it,
think it's just a Raphael catfish.
that's what I thought. It's Raphael.
Yeah.
So
They're so cheap in the Amazon. Like they're breeding them in Asia already.
yeah. So he's saying there's not a lot of information about this fish and its reproduction system. Yeah.
If you're trying to breed to make money, I wouldn't do it. But if you're just breeding for fun, you know, because you enjoy, then go ahead, try it. But it's not a fish that I don't think you would make a lot of money on it.
Yeah. For the fun of it, I would say most fish is just feed them well, good water quality, give them plenty of space,
And hiding spots, because these fish, they like hiding spots.
and nature will take its course, you know, and that's basically it.
They'll do it in the dark.
Yeah,
Maybe it's hard for them to get them in France for some reason. I don't know.
could be.
Could be.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this off.
But I think if I was gonna recommend a fish for people to breed at home, it'd probably be plecos. Like
Yeah,
high end
a
plecos.
lot of people are doing it. It's becoming a very trendy thing to breed, and I applaud people who can do it. I tried it a long time ago, and I couldn't do it.
Can you read that from Scally Whiskey?
Rod, is it true Eddie is your father? I don't even know how to answer that.
No, it's not true.
Where did they get
wanna
that?
kill
Did
each
you
other
guys
every day.
imply that?
Huh?
Did you guys say something like that?
No. But Eddie's Spanish and I'm Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Long Island Fish Guy, what's up, my Long Island gang?
Yo, Long Island fish guy, Anthony.
What's up, buddy?
What do you call a fish that's rich? Goldfish.
That's like being nice.
Hello from Georgia. When are you shipping out the Blue Phantoms and Gold Nugget Plecos? I've placed an order for them.
If you probably placed recently. It's gonna go out Monday for Tuesday arrival.
Did we go back? What should I do if my bass is bullying my fish? Didn't we
Oh.
answer that?
No, I think somebody said that again.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You said it again.
Huh?
Sue and Dad, wasn't your dad in a few days in a few of the older videos. Yeah, he was. My dad actually enjoyed it, being on the videos. He's a funny character.
What's a good watt heater for a 220 gallon?
Hey
I don't
Jai,
even know.
make your brain work for Jai.
Okay. I think there's like
500 I would put in there.
a standard of like 2 or 3 watts per gallon. That's like the standard. You can get away with 1 watt per gallon. It's just that the heater will work harder, and whenever you work something harder, it tends to break faster. So if you can go 3 watts per gallon, it would be
600 gallons.
Yeah, it would heat your tank more efficiently. So maybe in your case, I would get like a 5 or 600 watt.
That's what I said.
I've always gone undersized with heaters because I'm always afraid of it sticking and frying the fish. I've had that happen once. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. I guess people have different philosophies. Some people say to overheat the tank so that they're not working as hard. Some people say don't go
Well, that's the
overboard.
problem. See, if you undersize that heater, it's on all the time, so it will go bad, and that's when it never shuts off and can overheat your tank. So you're solving the problem in like a reverse way by undersizing it, so that if it does not ever shut off, you don't let it overheat in that regards.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess there's no one makes a like I feel like an exceptionally good heater that doesn't.
I'm
fall.
gonna cut you off there for a second.
Cut him off.
You could cut me off.
No, that's okay. I did
Lisa
already.
just texted me saying, "Hey, bid," and I'm gonna say it. We're getting hungry here. So 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, John. 5 more minutes.
Sounds good.
Let's read that best Pleco breeding project for profit, not monster Pleco. Okay, each one of us will give an answer. I think that you got to go for the valuable ones, like the little ones. Zebra Plecos are hard to get and they're expensive, right? The 397 is another one that's hard to get and is expensive. What else? Super whites.
Yes, the super whites are the most expensive right now because it has that look and feel of a zebra pleco. I think black and white is always gonna get good money, and as you breed things, they start to get more special patterns, and then when you hit those, that's when you get real money for it. So
Don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen.
don't look at the screen. Then who am I gonna look
What? No, look at me.
at? Okay.
What do you call a Latino without a car?
I don't know.
Carlos. Are inline heaters any good? From Suan.
I don't see many out there. The only inline heaters that I see are like for koi ponds.
They don't
but
have
those-
for smaller tanks, right?
Yeah, I don't see it. So if there are ones for smaller tanks, I would guess they're not very reliable. I think I used one before a long time ago. It's like a plastic one with the insert on the top and back, and I don't like those type of heaters.
Rod, I only work out because I really like
Come
cake.
in.
Come in,
Sean.
almost.
Yes.
Got like
Well,
5
we're
more
almost
minutes.
done. I promise.
Okay.
Come here and say this on camera. Come here. Say it on. Well, I think we can do the spin, right? And see who's gonna win this. Yeah, I think the girls are waiting. We gotta take Fei Jai. You guys gonna hit up the Chinese buffet? That's his favorite. That's his favorite.
It's not my favorite.
Yes, you like
It's-
you
it's
go
the-
for the lo mein.
In
for
my
the-
house, everyone likes something different, and at a buffet, it's just all there. Because when we sit down and order, we order family style, right? So if you want one thing, you want one thing, you want one thing, we end up spending so much money trying to please everyone's palate that a buffet, it just one shot can cover everybody.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it. So this is the wheel that we have right now. Radio Rafa and Glass New York City is your chance to win that shirt. Ready?
50-50, here we go.
It's actually funny.
And
Glass.
Glass New York
New York.
City. That was the one with the money.
It's almost feel like we did that on purpose because we're in New York.
Cheaper shipping for us.
Dude, I want to do that, John. I didn't even know you did this. I want to do that to like decide what we're gonna do at the shop for the next video. You know what I mean? Like jokes between us and things like that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Glass New York City, congratulations. I'm gonna send you a message after this. And,
Tell him to come pick it up because I don't want to pay for freight.
For freight for the shirt.
Yeah. For
And-
shipping.
Because I was the 17-year-old on the podcast last week.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
nice.
what are the odds? All right. So we'll get that over to you. I'll message you right now.
Wait, we got to learn his size.
Oh, yeah. What size are you? Well, I mean, I'll talk to him.
And we end this podcast right now.
All right. So I'll message you and we'll figure it out. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you guys.
Well, thanks, guys, for watching. Every Thursday, we're going to be doing this again, right? We're trying to separate live from podcasts.
Yeah, I think that, it seems like what the general consensus is.
Yeah, so we're going to do a live stream pretty much every week or as often as we can, right? And to interact with you guys and get everything going. And then we're going to have a separate podcast for inviting special guests on, hearing their story, asking them interesting questions, which is all going to be pre-recorded and put out as a show, as an episode.
And if you guys want to send Feijai a birthday gift, you can find our address, our website, redtoyfins.com. And if anything you send to him, I'll make sure we'll show it on the podcast.
All right.
So if it's I'm not going to say it. See you guys next time.